Never.
I got dinner arriving in about 5 minutes as well.
Nice. I got dinner planned too.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. You gonna have dinner
nice.
with your wife? Hang out?
Actually, she's gone to a party with her
Oh, what?
friends.
How you gonna without you, dude?
Yeah. No, I can't be dealing with that right now. Anyway, sorry.
Dude.
So I should get a formal introduction, really.
Yes,
I
sir.
presume you're Lee, right? Yeah, Lee. It
Yeah,
says
I'm
right
Lee.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nice to meet you.
Nice
It's
to
great.
virtually meet you, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Put a face to the voice.
I'm really sorry about the delay. It's just I had problems
No,
with
that's
YouTube all day, and I had the video up early, and it's just so hot and everything. And then on top of this, I had problems with there's a glitch. Sometimes when you upload a video, it will trigger off a copyright thing, which
Yeah.
yeah.
and I make one tiny little edit, and it goes away. I have to re-upload it. It's just so annoying. But anyway,
Is it like music or like did you put like war in the tags or something?
I don't honestly. I don't know what it is. It says because I've checked the music anyway. It's
I
done
feel
now.
it.
But
I feel it. I feel it. Good stuff, man.
yeah.
So you got the 39mm Rolex in. How you feeling about that? I didn't watch the
It's
video,
very
so
It's
you gotta
very
update me.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
What are your wristwatch checks? What are you wearing, Lee?
I'm what? Oh, yeah,
I'm wearing the 1975 Timex
Nice.
and the 009.
Nice. Oh yeah, you just got that.
Yeah. Over the moon
Very
with it.
nice.
And
Yeah,
you
you should-
TGV, what are
yeah,
you
good.
wearing?
G-Shock and the Explorer.
That
Nice,
Explorer
nice,
is
nice.
nice.
Cool. And I'm
What
rocking
about
the
you, man?
Casio World Time.
Is that world time?
Yeah, World Time.
I've
Nice.
got one too. Exact same one, except in a Bond.
On the Bond. That's very Roger Moore of you.
Exactly. It does. It looks
Yeah.
like the Seiko he wore.
Yeah. It's Octopussy, I think it was.
That's it. I thought it was the. What was the one I was thinking about? God knows, honestly.
Yeah. I only remember that because I watched it the other day.
Yeah, my favourite one's A View
my
to a Kill.
God.
Yeah, I like
This is
that
my
one.
favourite
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yes. Zoran, he's an evil man.
Yeah. Nice.
So-
What was I going to say? I had something I wanted to ask you guys because obviously, how old are you guys? Because I know, Iman, you're still in high school, right?
No, I got my GED and I went to college.
Oh, you're in
Yeah.
college. That's right.
Dropped out of college.
Right.
I'm 15, nearly 16.
15.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know he hit me up on Facebook.
I'm not actually allowed in the watch club, am I?
Not really.
You know, when he hit me up, he was like, "Hey, do you want to just like chat on like Facebook or something?" I was like, "So we had this live stream. I didn't know what he was gonna look like, how old he was gonna be."
I just like watches. That's
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. So actually, that's perfect because I wanted to ask you guys, how do we get young people into watches? I mean, any ideas?
Well, I was
It's
thinking, I was actually having the same
I'm too
thought.
busy watching the Kardashians.
Oh,
Speaking
God,
of
yeah.
Kardashians, right? I was thinking to myself, right? Because I was bagging on marketing, watch marketing for in a video or something. But I thought, why don't
Right.
I just fix it myself, right? So my solution is launch a wristwatch and then market it properly.
Yeah.
What
Fair
I'm
enough.
thinking is, you know, make a watch, send it off to Kylie Jenner, send it off to whoever. Do you know what I mean? And
Who's Kylie Jenner?
Kylie Jenner
Exactly.
is,
I never knew who that was either.
Kylie Jenner is this. She's basically, I think
What
she's
does she
Kim
do?
Kardashian's younger sister or something. She's around my age, real cute. Basically,
Oh,
she's like a celebrity. She has millions and millions of followers. Blah, blah, blah,
But
blah.
what does she do?
Nothing.
Exactly.
She's just a pretty thing.
What?
Oh.
Because it's you're not gonna get kids by going like, oh well, this new NASCAR racing driver who did all this cool stuff. You know, that's not gonna have mainstream appeal. So
What
you
about
gotta,
movie stars? What about films that young people like? Maybe a Marvel comic hero. Maybe what's the guy's name that plays Iron Man? He has
Oh,
a
yeah.
watch collection, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Gordon Levitt or something. Oh, what's his name? Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. That's the guy.
That's him.
He's got some collection. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a nice collection.
I don't know about you, but the celebrities that I know of, they're big on like social media. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, you can go Robert Downey Jr., but I mean, kids my age don't really watch Iron Man like that. You know what I mean? I think it depends on what kinds of kids. Are you aiming at like just all of people who are like 16 to 24? Are you aiming at like a certain type of people?
Question. That is a very good question.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, continue. Yeah.
Tell me. No. Tell me.
Because look, if you're trying to aim at nerds like me, you know, maybe Iron Man is a good way to go, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
What I was thinking was YouTube, like Great War, like if you're trying to, I think a great market would be history nerds. I think history nerds are more susceptible to getting the one.
But that's so niche, though. That's very small. I mean, the amount of people that actually care about history is just, you know, I don't think it's. I think you're on the right track, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think that is too much of a very specific demographic. I think. You're onto the YouTube thing. The thing is, these companies, I reach out to them. Some of them want to play ball. Others just, you know, they don't get it at all. It's really strange. They're going to have to. Tell me, go on.
Just jump in here. I think the biggest problem with trying to market a watch and make it popular to the mainstream is they just don't even have a clue what a mechanical watch is. You know, the people that I think you're trying to make a watch appeal to are the people that take their Rolex Submariner to get a battery replaced. You know,
we're
never going to corner the market so much that we're going to get the mainstream into watches. And at the end of the day, I don't think I want everyone in my school to have a watch that's. I want to see that person on the street that's got, say, an SKX and just get a little nod, like, oh, I know who that is. You know,
that is a good point. Yeah,
like Adam Savage, he wears an SKX. You know, the MythBusters guy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He keeps popping up in the group. I'm like, who is this guy?
Maybe he's in UGWC.
No, it's people post. He's got like blonde hair and glasses, right?
Yeah.
Right.
MythBusters. No, MythBusters.
No, I don't.
Wow,
is it good? Should I check it out?
No, it's a good show. Basically, it's like UFOs, like myths, like
physics myths. Like if it's true, if a penny can kill someone if it lands on their head off the Empire State Building, things like that. So they like.
I'd like to see that. Right, I got to check this out. So he wears an SKX, this guy.
Yeah, he also wears Seamasters, Speedmasters. I think he's got quite a nice collection.
No, and he still wears the SKX. That's cool. That means you know what that means. He's a you know, he knows his stuff at least.
Yeah. He knows what he's talking about or what he's wearing.
Cool. But, so tell me about your SKX. How anything you've noticed? Anything since you've been wearing it?
Well, I can start off by saying the one con that was fixed was the crown was really bad. It was so bad that it was giving me a blister when I was trying to open it. It was really stiff.
Really?
So I contacted Mark from Long Island Watch over email, and he said use wax dental floss. So I went out to your Asda. No, it was a Tesco, and bought myself some Oral-B wax dental floss.
Oh wait, sorry. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Sorry, doorbell. I'll be right back.
Just take out Cam. Yo,
that's the takeout.
I'm trying to think, right? Like, I'm trying to think, like, if his history is too niche, then how are you gonna get people to watch this? Right?
It's impossible.
That's a really good question.
We're not. You just have to. We have to see it. You're not. It's just we have to appeal to people like us. It's really hard.
My solution was
sorry about that. So you were saying, the floss, you used it to lubricate the?
Oh yeah, it's smooth as butter now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, Mark, he's a saint. I mean, he's a proper engineer. He knows his stuff.
In the fact, I'm shopping there again. You know, there's only one gripe about shopping from there is it cost me £163 total to get it shipped to my door.
Right.
But there was an import fee of £39.
Wait, what did you have shipped to cost that much?
The SKX on its own, £39 import fee from Royal Mail.
Well, that's Royal Mail, isn't it?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was supposedly the value of the product. That's how much it was.
Right. Yeah.
USPS is much better than.
Yeah, had I known, I could have bought it and I would have shipped it. I would just ticked gift, and then I'll declare it as $10 because I think over 25 or something they start charging or something like that.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
The thing is, Mark is a by the book guy. He does business, you know, and you got to respect. He has to follow through on that. You know, there's nothing you can do. It's sad, but did you at least get a good deal?
Yeah. Well, there was one other retailer in the UK that was selling them rather expensive, and it still worked out cheaper. So I can't complain. I can't complain. It is hard to get them in the UK, especially when I had to ask Mark to check the bezel alignment, and it was perfect. So
fantastic. That's what it's all about.
It's running minus 30 seconds a day, which is a little bit outside the tolerance. So I'm going to try and. I don't know if it's a break-in period. I've heard something about that.
Yeah, possibly.
Because I set obviously when I'm going to school, I don't wear mechanical watches at school often, so I'll set it down. That's a good 15 hours.
Why not? Just out of interest, why not?
Well, I don't know if you remember school, but corridors can be quite packed, and you know, plus at PE you have to take your watch off, and
right.
It's not really.
All right. So I think I might have figured out how we could get marketing done a little bit better.
Okay.
So you're saying history is too niche, right? But remember, a lot of these history channels are 3-4 times bigger than yours, right? They're fairly large, right? 500, 400,000 kind of subscribers, right? Well, if you go history niche, you go car niche, you just play the niche game, big niche game. You don't go too specific. You go general, and you can do paid sponsorships in specific channels that are large.
That's a good idea.
And that's my solution, because the internet doesn't work very top down.
Maybe tailor make a review or a watch to at a specific audience. So like a racing watch for car guys.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. Unbox.
What would you do for history guys then?
History guys.
Pocket watch.
No. I would go. You know how there's a Kickstarter watches, right?
Yeah.
I would do a Kickstarter watch in the theme of World War One, or whatever era you're.
Oh, didn't you do a video for World War One?
Yeah, I did.
I still gotta watch it. I apologize.
Yeah, no biggie. I mean, a lot of those. I decided that I'm gonna make videos that just like I don't even care about if people watch them anymore. I just make the videos just so I can learn about the subject.
Can you do me a favor and share them in the group? All right.
Yeah. All right. I'll share them in the group.
Because that will, and every so often I'll pin it. If I'm not putting up a video, I'll pin it, and then it will get you some views, because you need to be seen a bit more.
Yeah, dude. I lost a little bit of hope, but now.
Why? What happened?
No, I didn't. I kept on uploading, but when you're such a small channel, it's like.
You're quite big compared to me. Come on.
Yeah, it's all relative, right? It's all relative.
I'm at 25 subs.
But it's all about the growth, Yeah,
you have to say really consistent.
I'm staying consistent.
Yeah. Look, just share your video. How did you get in the group? If you're underage, I'm really curious about that.
I'm gonna get kicked out.
Nah, don't worry. You're not gonna.
I've got my Facebook date of birth probably set older. Beats
me. You seem very mature for your age. You don't like when I was 15. I was such an idiot.
Yo, Lee, tell him. Ask him the question you wanted to ask
about the music thing.
Composers, yeah. Ask him about the composers.
Oh yeah. I know you like classical. I also love classical music and jazz. But who's your favorite composer in the classical period? I've wanted to know that.
Well, classical. Yeah, I'd probably go Mozart, really.
Same here. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of strange. A lot of my friends look at my playlist when I'm swiping through, and they're like, "What the heck are you listening to?" And I'm like,
yeah,
"I'm listening to Mozart." And I'm like, "I'm listening to Symphony 40. Have you got a problem with it, friend?"
Yeah.
On about, and then I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
"What's your favorite album?"
The only thing I have
this
against... Oh, classic! That is a classic. Is that vinyl? You have that on vinyl?
Yes. Yes.
Jesus! Wow, real connoisseur there. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Love my jazz music. I love Dave Brubeck as well.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, the other thing.
I was going to say, yeah, tell me.
Oh, okay. Do you play? I was wondering, do you play any musical instruments?
I don't. I used to play piano a long time ago, but I'm not very good. I'm not musical like that. I was always very good at mixing and composition and actually editing. That's why the videos kind of are fun to me, because I'm good at timing. So rhythm as well.
That's my worst thing in music. I'm playing drums and I'm like off the beat, and it's like, oh, and my music teacher's looking at me with that face. It's like,
right.
Stare of death.
I was going to say, the only thing I don't like about Mozart is that it depresses me when I remember how young he was. You know, when he created all this amazing stuff. And
first concerto at 4, I think it was Symphony 8 and Opera at 12, and died at 35 or 34. You know, it's, you know,
have you seen the film Amadeus?
Yes, it's a madman.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Absolute litter. It's one thing I can suggest that you do is look up Mozart death conspiracies. It will make you think. It will make you think why he died, and you'll be like, oh my god, the world was so corrupt at that time.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Yeah, very true.
He's a genius, you know.
But listen, I listen to everything. I'll put on like dark drum and bass, and I'll listen to everything. I'm not. The thing is that it's not the genre that annoys me. It's just music that I find has no soul, or
why I hate pop.
Yeah, I can't. That's actually why I got put out of the music game, because they were trying to make me. They were trying to make me. They wanted me to produce stuff like Lady Gaga.
Oh, kill me now! Honestly, that stuff has no talent in it.
I mean, actually, I think she is talented, but
she's a good singer. But when it comes to, I mean, like,
they wanted me to emulate that, and it's like, that's not my genre. That's not what I do, and you can't fake the funk. It has to come from the soul. And they basically, like, I had a manager at one point, and she refused. She wouldn't like put me on to certain artists unless I did certain dance remixes for her, and I was just I can't do this. I can't do this.
Oh my!
Sorry.
Have you met a lot of celebrities?
Yeah, mostly because I used to work predominantly in recording studios for rappers. So I met a lot of like East Coast guys. My teacher, actually, my head engineer was the main engineer for Lil' Kim and Biggie when he was alive.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and so I learned from him.
I do like Biggie. It's one job.
Yeah, Biggie's fantastic. You see, the thing about Biggie, he was doing something that was new at the time. It wasn't, although it was very street based. There wasn't any lying in what he was saying. These days, they're all actors, man. They're just
also like Eazy-E. Eazy-E is probably my favorite rapper that ever lived.
Right.
To be honest.
Yeah. I do like the West Coast stuff. I love the way they fused funk. What is it? G-funk. Early Ice Cube was just fantastic. I mean, Ice Cube for me is Ice Cube's the king of lyricists for me. He went back in the day. I'm not, I haven't listened to an Ice Cube. Me?
Yeah, have you heard No Vaseline by Ice Cube?
Of course, it's
No Vaseline.
That's the ultimate flow song ever. There's no stopping it. It's just flow.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's amazing. But then again, sometimes I listen to Metallica.
Right. Yeah.
Friends really into metal.
You know what's interesting about Ice Cube is that he was ahead of the game. He realized that he got out of the rap game. He does family comedies now.
Yeah.
So,
Snoop Dogg too figured that out. And Dre, all of them figured it out. How to succeed after they finished rapping. Like
actually, I got to say, Dre's very clever. His headphones. If you actually look at them at a technical standpoint, they're no different to like a $20 high like mid to higher end Sony's or Sennheisers. It's just marketing, and Dre was so good. You know, I take my hat off to him, really.
Cool.
You know?
Yeah, I do want to hear beats, but if I'm recording bass for bass guitar, I'll be using Sennheisers. Sennheisers, what are Philips?
Yeah, that's what I learned my trade on, Sennheisers. Yeah. What about you, Eman? What was that you produce? You make some beats, don't you?
I used to make some beats.
You posted an NPC at some point, like a shot of an NPC.
Oh
was
yeah,
that on Instagram.
That was me. Yeah, I used to make some beats. I wasn't very good because beats kind of take time to get good at, you know.
Yeah. Because
especially with an NPC, it's all like it's like a weird technology. Do you know what I mean? So you have to learn the technology.
Yeah, it's old now. I think.
Dude, it's old because now you can just go on Fruit Loops, put some like bars in, drag some stuff, and boom, you have a song. So I was trying to learn it the old way, old way.
All right, cool, man.
So what's this secret project you're working on?
Oh yes.
We're curious. We were talking about that earlier.
I can't really. You'll see it when it happens. You'll see it.
I feel it. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, we had a board meeting yesterday, and it really was like a board meeting. It was like 5 of us all around the conference table, and it's a lot of work.
I'm getting excited. Don't give me too much information.
Yeah, I'm not going to say too much. That's all I'm going to say. But it's a multi-phase thing. There's a lot that we're planning, a lot that we're building. It's taken a while to get the right people in the team, people I trust, and people that have the same vision and want to. Because I noticed the thing that about my channel is that I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert. I want more people to share the passion and the love, and I think that's what sets me apart from the industry. I don't want to be part of the industry, really. I mean, obviously, I want to collaborate with brands in the industry, but we've got to make our own thing, and that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, because you've got brands nipping at the heels of you, haven't you? You've got brands.
Yeah, it's weird. Some really get it, and others just don't understand at all. It's mind-boggling, really.
So you're kind of making your own ecosystem separate of the normal watch industries. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. I think that's what we're gonna do. You know.
Interesting. Well, I'll definitely stay tuned.
Yeah. Definitely. Hopefully, end of the summer, you'll see something starting to happen. Definitely by the end of the year. I'm gonna go to Germany. I'm gonna go to Switzerland at some point, but it's got to be right. And I can't go there alone just with a little handy cam. I've got to go there with a team and get the right access. So yeah, it's all gonna happen. Hopefully, eventually.
Cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to whatever that is. I had one idea, then it changed, and I think you're probably put in a pretty good position to make some pretty cool stuff. Whether it's physical or video, or I'm sure. Yeah, we'll see what you do, man. We'll see.
Yeah. Speaking of making things, I don't know if I can just add. Has Eman told you that we were working together on this watch project?
No. I apologize, Eman. I know I've been kind of out of the loop recently. It's just I've got so many things, you know. So.
I get that. It's no biggie, bro.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. So tell me, what are you guys cooking up?
Do you want me to tell him?
Yeah, I'll tell him. So, remember that idea I told you about Will Run wristwatches?
Right.
That's my idea.
Okay.
I'm working on I've already have some basic parts for the prototype, but right now I'm working on the prototype.
Nice.
The only pain is getting the movement.
Yeah.
The movement we want is nowhere for wholesale. We got a few units off eBay, but that was worth about a day of searching.
It's a sub-seconds Miyota movement.
Oh,
no date.
nice.
But
Nice.
what's really
nice.
weird about it is the crown is like, just imagine like if the crown is at the 3 o'clock position, the sub dial is at like the 5. So it's kind of, and if you know World War One watches, you know how they have the always at the 6 below.
Yeah.
So there's some basic design things that I've kind of run into. I've already kind of figured out, but now it's just prototype phase.
Right. I understand. You know, it's funny with the comments and, you know, all these watch enthusiasts that they always critique a watch and they say, oh, but they have no idea, because trust me, I've looked into it as well and I've tried, and I'm still trying. That it's so difficult to make a watch. It's so difficult.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The funding, you know, trying to find the right components, and also trying to make something that's still accessible, affordable to an audience.
You know,
because you know, I was trying to do a custom SKX project, and it ended up the SKX I wanted to make. If I you know, with a signed crown and a printed dial and specific maybe a replacement movement and certain changes to, you know, it would end up costing $1,000. Nobody's going to pay $1,000 for an SKX, you know.
Yeah,
so
that's Aqua's territory.
And and where are you going to get them assembled? China?
Exactly. And then you've got to ship them here. Then you've got there's no
packaging.
The profit margins would have been, I'd sell them for a loss.
Yeah, pretty much, right? I personally wouldn't spend $1,000 for an SKX.
Exactly. I had to. And the thing is, exactly. And I came to realization that it's either the way I do things, I do it all, or nothing at all. So I had to step back, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit because I was excited, but I totally understand it, and it's going to be really hard. And then you're going to have the naysayers say, "Oh, it's just got a Miyota."
Oh, exactly.
Well, how are you gonna?
Why is the crown weird or whatever kind of questions?
Yeah.
They don't understand. For 1 second, they would understand how difficult it is and how much money it costs. Even to put an ETA costs a fortune. When it comes to watches, when you're trying to put a watch to market, $200 is a lot of money if you're trying to keep the price down.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's harder than you think.
Yeah,
definitely.
Don't realize that.
I had a comment today. Somebody was criticizing the Zin 104 and say, "Oh, it's just a Solita and it's not truly made in Germany." And I totally appreciate that, and I think actually it's a valid comment. But you try and put together a watch of that quality,
your own movement or whatever, like
for that price, it's just not possible, you know.
Dude,
that's
no. And I mean, think about it. If it honestly, making a movement is so difficult. You might be able to design your own case, your own dial, your own hands.
Yeah, but that's easy.
How are you gonna get a watch to tick though? That's the hard thing. So what's the problem getting a Solita, or especially with Zin?
Yeah.
Who cares about the movement? It's all about mainly the case, the dial.
Yeah,
what's the function?
Zin also tests the hell out of it. They, you know, I'm fairly certain they definitely regulate it. They drop test them, they pressure test them, they do all this stuff. And I think that's worthy of respect, you know.
Sometimes you have to overlook the things that might be the things that are going to put you off buying them, and look at the things that are great. You know, you look at the SKX, it might not have manual wind, it might not have hacking, but it's ISO 6425 certified. A lot of divers at that price. In the Orient, Mako doesn't have that.
Exactly.
So it's one or the other. Pick what you want. Pick the certification.
And also something we should remember is, I get this feeling from some people, they ask so much, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, but you're not the Maharaja. Like, what you know, what do you expect? You know, it's a tool watch. You know, if you want.
At the end of the day, it's just watches. Why argue?
Yeah.
Why ask so much? It's a watch. You don't like it? Stuff it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very true. Very true.
But, yeah, TGV. I've got a good, well, maybe a good question. See, when you're in America, right?
Yeah.
What do you miss most of the UK? And I'm going to guess, is it the fact that American chocolate tastes like plastic?
Actually, we have very good chocolate here because my wife.
Oh, you can't beat Cadbury though.
No, we have some high end stuff because my wife used to. Actually, my wife won an award. She won a Gallo. I think it's called Gallo. She won an award for designing chocolate. She worked in that industry. So I get some really fancy stuff. But what I miss the most.
Good, but you can't just Cadbury's you can't beat just going to like a Asda and buying a Cadbury. You know, E-Man doesn't have a clue what Asda is. I tried to explain him what Asda is, but
I can miss that. But you know what? I miss the. This sounds weird, but I do miss the bad weather. I like overcast days.
Oh, move over here then.
I like, yeah, I know. I've been trying to get my wife. Let's move east up there. I like the fact that I can go into town wearing a tweed jacket in like you know I can't. Right now it's like 90 something degrees right now.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, you dress similar to me, so I understand exactly what you mean. You know, I can't. You know, my standard wardrobe is like chinos, a shirt, and a knit tie with a sweater and maybe a blazer or something.
Seriously?
You know? Yeah.
Wow, that's more formal than me. I just throw a jacket on, really.
No, I'm a knit tie person. Love knit ties.
Nice.
You can't wear that in the summer. Even in Scotland, old sunny Scotland, you can't wear that. It's still too warm.
Wow.
I want to move to Russia where I can wear those every day. I've got a really nice woolen overcoat in there, and I've worn it twice this year.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. So have you ever been to the States? Have you ever been to the States?
No, I haven't been to the States. No.
Oh, you have to go. You have to visit. Yeah.
I forget planes. Honestly.
You don't like planes.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of planes, but I don't like the idea of being in the plane. You know?
Yeah, I can totally understand that.
It's an accident waiting to happen. You know, the car's bad enough.
Actually, my uncle.
Russia, where traffic's bad enough.
I had an uncle that was a pilot, and he died in an air crash. So I always think, well,
exactly.
It can't happen to me as well. You know, it's just too
unlikely.
You know? Yeah.
I guess.
What about you, Iman? Have you been to the UK?
I've never been on the other side of. I've only been in the Americas. I've never been on the other side of the ocean.
So you've been to what?
If you come to the UK, I'll buy you an Iron Brew.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink Iron Brew with you one day.
Have you ever tried Iron Brew TGV?
I haven't. No.
How?
You're from Britain at least. Come on.
Okay, but I've been to Guatemala, been to Mexico for a bit, nice. All up and down the West Coast, all across America, but mostly just in my little, region of the world. That's it.
Nice.
I definitely want to go south more.
Yeah. What did you make of Mexico?
Mexico.
What part of Mexico did you go to?
Just north of the border. What's that? It's a city.
Tijuana.
Is it just south of the border, super duper close to the States?
Santiago?
No.
Santiago's in America.
It's just south of the California border. Some city there. I went there when I was fairly young. So it's not even something that I really remember. But
I can tell you cities in America, but I can't even tell you anywhere in Mexico.
Guatemala is the one where I remember the most, though. I went there like 2 years ago. And that was completely. It was just.
Was it wild?
It was a bit wild, but I was with a group of people on like a program, so it wasn't like me just on my own doing my thing. But
because I heard it's pretty dangerous down there.
Well, let's just say if you are walking around with a Rolex in the bad side of town, you're gonna get robbed. Definitely gonna get robbed. You gotta know your stuff. You can't travel around Guatemala not knowing your stuff.
Saying that, there are certain parts of the UK that it's the same.
Oh yes, I don't know. If TGV, have you ever been in Scotland?
Yeah, I got family up in Aberdeen.
You ever been to Glasgow?
Oh, I've heard about Glasgow.
What have you? Wait, what?
Well, I'm not from Glasgow. I'm from a town outside Glasgow, Paisley. You've probably, maybe, possibly heard of
It
it.
rings a bell. Rings a bell. So that's pretty
St Mirren,
close, though,
St
right?
Mirren Football Club come from there.
Right. Glasgow. Did they ever take down those high towers in Glasgow?
The Red Road Flats.
Red Road Flat. Yeah.
I was at the implosion. Oh, the ground shook. That was scary. Took every single one down. But they didn't. If you look it up on YouTube, they didn't implode right. They sat up.
Really? Wow.
It went viral. Honestly, it was madness.
I didn't see that. I've got to have a look. Yeah, Glasgow's got a reputation.
The photo you pinned with Christ the Redeemer.
Hold up, reputation for what? What is Glasgow's reputation?
It's a hard place.
Oh yeah, some parts of Glasgow can be hard.
Yeah.
You know, when Lee was telling me that, I didn't take him seriously. I really didn't take him seriously. I just think of places in the States, and I can't think of anything in the UK being hard. I don't know why.
We don't all. We don't all drink Earl Grey tea, you know. That is my favourite tea, but we don't all drink it, right? It's not like that. But as Glasgow does have its redeeming features, you know that photo you pinned on UGWC, the St John of the Cross,
right.
by Salvador Dali. That's in Glasgow.
That's actually, oh my god, really?
That's in Glasgow. It's
Kelvin
Grove Art Gallery. That's where I was last Saturday.
Just an exhibition passing through. It was just there.
No, that's Glasgow owns it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's quite a nicer part of Glasgow. That's the east end of Glasgow.
Right. I've actually never been into Glasgow. I've only been in Aberdeen because I have a lot of family up there, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I went for a wedding. My cousin married an Italian, funnily enough. Up in, because there's a lot of Italians in Aberdeen as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, especially when it comes to watches, you know, get Dundee up here, the Timexes. So.
Of course, yes. Right.
By the way, about the Timexes, see that one I showed you, the one with the roulette dial.
Yeah.
Which I'm now calling R2D2.
Yeah, nice.
That's going for about $100 online. I only paid about $20 for it. A flea market.
Why don't you sell it in the? Are you keeping it?
Oh yeah, I'm keeping it. I love the thing.
Good.
I love this too.
You should. They're very nice. Your watch. That will be worth some serious coin. People laugh when you say, "Oh, that Timex is going to be, you know, it's going to go up in value," but honestly, they will.
You think they're going to be worth some serious coin?
Yeah.
What do you mean by?
No,
what do you mean by?
Not serious. Like it's never going to go into the thousands, but
more than like $30-40 that you can pick them up on eBay now. Is that what you mean?
I think the one I sold, I doubled in price since I bought it. I won it for not the one I currently own, but the little Marlin one. I bought it for 30, and I sold it for almost. Have
you sold that already?
Not the last one I bought. I'm keeping that one.
That's a nice watch.
Yeah, because you know what? The one I had previous just had the numerals at 12 and 6, and I wanted 12, 3, 6, and 9. So I was just like on eBay, like stalking Timexes for like 2 months, and then I saw one because I wanted to.
You just have to find that one. One. Those Marlins are going up in price though a lot, and the Mercuries too. They're going up a lot as well.
Yeah, well, the secret's out. I mean,
because
also they're made in the UK.
That's good for us who own them because we can sell them now for more than we paid.
Yeah. Right.
I've got a hypothesis. Was it your video about Timexes that opened the lid and made them rise up in value? Was that it?
Yes, it was.
I was trying to think, like, is it just the market? Like, is just the watch market super into Timexes?
Actually, I got to give credit to a member in my group. Abdiel, I think he's called, who put me on to Timex. I think about a year ago, he just kept posting it in the group. This beautiful Marlin on like a tanned NATO, and it was such class, and I couldn't believe that he picked it up for like a couple of literally nothing. so then I was a bit slow, but then I got onto it, and sure enough, you know, I found one, and yeah,
just love ever since, huh? Vintage
yeah,
Timex.
yeah. I mean, the movements are the ugliest movements you'll ever see in your life.
I think they're beautiful in a funny way. I
Yeah,
really think
yeah. They're almost like kind of brutalist architecture. They're almost like
no, they're quite. They don't seem real. It's like a cartoon, you know.
yeah. That's spot
It's
on. You got it. Absolutely. They are
very
like a cartoon.
picturesque, you know, very funny.
Yeah.
You look at such a thing, but the thing is, you know, half of these watches have never been serviced, and they're still running.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This has never been serviced. This is running minus 13 seconds a day.
Yeah.
That's very good.
You know, Timex used to make the gyros in the American Army's, well, not American Army, but the missile defense before it all went digital.
No,
So
no, no,
they're like a gyro. It's to you know, like it's navigation. I think it keeps them on track. It's like old school.
Yeah, I see.
Submarines and things like that.
Yeah,
I imagine
actually,
like a weight or something, kind of just like make sure that rocket is angled properly.
Yeah, exactly.
So Timex used to make those?
Yeah, for the US government. I only recently found out.
It's mad.
You know, I've noticed that a lot of most, like for example, Casio and a lot of other companies, like they do a lot of other things besides just watches. They manufacture all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start up a petition for Timex to start making mechanical movements again. I'd love to see that.
Well, good luck.
So they don't make any mechanical movements now.
No, none at all. And
really?
Really?
That's terrible. I didn't know that.
They would totally kill Seiko 5 now if they made mechanical movements again.
Yeah,
they would kill that price point, and I don't understand why they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Ever since the Dundee plant shut down, they've kind of went off the radar less. They're still mainstream right enough, but they're not as big as they were.
Yeah, I heard there was like riots or something, or demonstrations.
Yeah, there was strikes in Dundee. You know, I can ask anyone. My dad wore Timex. You know, it's
because Dundee's not that big, is it? It's everybody must know somebody that must have worked there.
Dundee.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been to Dundee, but it's a small place. It's not as big as Glasgow. So I think they employed about 7,000 workers or something.
Oh, that's right. You said in your video. I remember your video. Yeah.
Oh, did you see that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a hell of a lot of workers for the small town, small city.
Yeah.
It's kind of like shipbuilding in the 40s.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of cool, right? Like, in your own nation, in your own like city, or in like, you know, right down the street from where you live, like people are making watches. But what are some like American watch manufacturers that are like kind of have, you know, it might just be like 100 miles out east or something? Like, I mean, I know Belova was made in America, but what other companies are American made?
Gruen?
Yeah.
Gruen? Actually, I'm gonna write these down.
Hamilton had a big plant. I think, was it Pittsburgh or
Timex too? Timex made some American models.
Yeah, was it Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh?
Ingersoll? What about Ingersoll?
Yeah. Elgin as well. Elgin, I think, had the largest.
As soon as you seen my State of the Collection video, you were posting pictures about Ingersolls and UGWC.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That little Ingersolls, I cannot find any information online about it. All I know is it's 1950s.
I think they've been bought out by the Chinese, and it's all.
Yeah, that's made in Great Britain. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a real shame.
I'm tempted to get one of their Mickey Mouse watches.
Oh,
you know,
they're cracking
with the little.
Yeah, I've seen those. So,
yeah.
What are those? Are those Timexes? Those are Timexes.
Timex did them as well.
Ingersoll.
But
Ingersoll, they're the same company, really. Ingersoll fell in the 50s and Timex took over in the 60s.
Right. That makes sense. Right. Okay. Cool.
Were they separate at one time? Did Timex buy Ingersoll? Were they like under the same like corporation? Like what do you mean?
I think they just changed branding or something. There's a weird story. You know, Kibble talks watches. You've probably heard of him. He's got a video out that explains it in more detail on what the actual.
I haven't watched this channel for so long. That's the only thing that I regret about is I can't keep up. It's like it's either I have to I make a video or
I'm so happy that you even subscribed to me.
Well, of course.
I had a little many. I was like, oh my god, like, no, this isn't real. Like, it was like someone with 100k subs has just subscribed to me. It was madness.
Yeah, but you know, it can all go away like that, and it doesn't really mean anything. Honestly, it
yeah,
doesn't.
but I guess when you've just started your channel, it's kind of like, what? This is pretty cool.
You know, speaking of, you know how you're saying that you don't watch any more watch channels? Like, I don't either. You know, I spend so much time researching stuff now. It's like,
yeah,
where can I find the time to just sit there and like watch someone's video? Like, I gotta make mine, dude. Like, especially since a lot of the stuff might just be, I don't know. Let's just say that a lot of watch channels, their quality is just like, I feel not up to par to like what I find acceptable, you know? So it's like, all right, well, I got to make this topic. I got to research this. And it's like, can I sit down and watch a 30-minute long like watch video? You know, it's like, I don't have the time for that.
I think a lot of it for me is if I start watching other people, it's like art in any, if you paint or you draw or you make music, spend too much time looking at the other guy, it takes away from concentration what you're doing. And
yeah, you start to use hints of their ideas and things like that.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. I'm very content doing my own thing, and it keeps it pure in a way because it's just
it's only your work, pretty much is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Less influence from others. You got your own. Yeah, I get that. That's a good way to put it, actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
You know, that Arnie you reviewed, that's a sick watch, man. That is nice. That's pretty cool. So is that what?
You know what? It's sold already.
What?
You're crazy.
Yeah, wow, man. It's sold within like 2 hours.
You're selling nice watches just like that.
I didn't mean to, but a guy just emailed me and he just made me an offer. It's like, it's the cliche, made me an offer I couldn't refuse. I'd be an idiot to turn it down.
Oh my gosh.
I was considering buying one of those. Honestly, they're so cool. But I was holding back. I was like, I just bought an SKX. I'm not going to make this into an illness. I just bought an SKX. I'm going to hold back. I've got a diver. I don't need another safety bag.
What diver would you get if you were going to get a pick up a vintage Seika? Which one would you go with?
Me or Lee?
Well, I was gonna Lee, but both of you. Why not? Yeah. What would you guys pick up?
I was going vintage. A 6309.
Yep, that's cool. Is that the Vietnam War era?
That was like the Turtle. I think that's the Turtle.
Oh.
Or tuna, or Seiko tuna. Not a tuna, a tuna. Have this argument there, but yeah, a Seiko tuna.
Nice.
The shrouded divers, there's just something about those that's so cool. But I could never wear one because they're massive. You know, I could probably pull it off. This is a 43 on me.
No, you know what? Check out the Monster. The Monster would I wore a 42mm Monster. A really old video I did. It was the Prospects one, I think. It wore fine. You know.
I'll definitely say that.
I'm open to any size of watches. You know, I wear 33 most days of the week.
Wow, you really are old school, huh? You wear ties. You wear mid-century sized watches. I gotta respect that. And you're 15.
Listen to Miles Davis vinyls.
Yeah, I listen to Miles Davis vinyls. I mean, who are you?
I know, right? When I met,
I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm maybe the reincarnation of someone that I haven't found out who that is yet, though.
You know what? It's somebody that was like alive, like in the mid-century, and they got killed accidentally, right? And they were so angry about it that they came back, you know.
You know, and it even reflects. I mean, I use bloody Brill cream in my hair. You know.
Wow, that is old school. Wow.
Don't know what that is.
It's like the most greasy hair stuff you can use. It makes your hair really slick and shiny.
Grease.
Just, you know, casual for me is a polo shirt and a Harrington jacket. You know,
Harrington jackets. I wish it was cool enough here to wear one. It went from winter
pop
to
the collar in the Harrington. Nothing cooler.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And a pair of tassel loafers.
Yeah, for me, I can't do the tassels, but
You can't.
Nah.
Yeah, my favourite shoes are probably a pair of oxblood tassel loafers.
Nice.
That's just my friends are like, they wear like sneakers and jeans, like really tight jeans, and and they just don't understand. And I'm just like, you can't explain it to them. You really can't.
Yeah, but keep on being you, man. Don't change, man. It's just
No, I'm not changing for anyone.
Good. Hey, man, what is it? The wifey talking to you?
Oh no, that's my aunt.
Oh, that's your aunt.
That's my aunt.
He's like,
no, but I don't live with my girlfriend. That'd be a little bit age inappropriate, I think.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, honestly, I was like, damn it, this guy didn't show up. I was like, damn.
Hey, I'm so sorry, man.
I was like, oh.
We're questioning the reality.
I swore.
Like, oh my god, it was like, it's really late here. It's like 2:48, but not to worry. I'm always up at 4 in the morning. It's a bad habit.
I'm so sorry, man. Today's been a bit of a disaster.
It's actually quite early in a weekend for me. I'm just anything to take my mind off school exams and tests.
So, what would be your vintage Seiko diver, TGV?
It would have to be. I forget the reference. Lee will know the. Actually, you would know as well. The very first one.
62 MAS. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be my pick too. I think
that's a nice one. Is that the one that's hermetically sealed, right? You can't get into it. No, it's not hermetic. Sorry, that's you can't. There's no case back. You have to go in through the glass. I'm sure that was it. Not hermetically sealed. Sorry. I think it doesn't have a case back. I think the case back is solid, and you have to go into the glass.
Really, I didn't know that.
It was the only way that Seiko could attain 150 meters.
I heard about. There's a lot of other wristwatches like that too. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but if you guys know any other like that, because when I was doing research into Vostok, I heard that like they were like talking mess about how Swiss brands would just make the crystals bigger. The earlier dive watches just wouldn't have a screwed-in case back.
Yeah. Vostok. I heard about that. I'm really wanting a Vostok. No, they're just the idea that the glass expands when you get to a certain depth.
Yeah, it compresses.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
The deepest I've ever been is probably about 20 feet. I don't, I'm not a scuba dive, free dive, but at the end of the day,
I'm really sorry, guys. I've got to make a phone call.
No, that's all good, man.
Just mute yourself so we don't hear.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Continue.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, it's not a problem, man.
Oh yeah, but what were you saying, Lee?
Yeah, but the deepest I've ever really been is about 20 feet, honestly. I don't dig that deep, so there's not really. I don't need expanding crystals or like James Cameron deep seas. It's
yeah.
Have you seen that Casio diver?
Have you seen the deep sea special that Rolex made? Have you seen that?
Is it when it fades from blue to black?
It's just like, how am I gonna even explain it? It's a dive. It's just like it's the deep. It's basically do you know the Trieste submarine that went down like in the Marianas Trench? Yeah. Rolex wanted to advertise, so what they did was they made a watch that they strapped onto the outside of that, and it dove super duper deep. And this watch went down like 10,000 plus meters underwater.
Oh, that crystal! Oh my god!
Yeah. That's why I wanted to tell you.
Oh my god! I'm gonna take my like 1,000,000th bathroom break of the night because I've just had another 2 bottles of water. Excuse me.
That's fine. It'll just be me.
Yeah, just do you, man. Sounded so corny.
Hey, mute yourself, bro. No one wants to hear your toilet flush. Mute you.
It's miles away. No one can hear that.
Just mute yourself. Mute yourself.
Okay, I'll mute myself. Good.
Thanks, bro. Well, hola, everyone. Yep. I wish comments were turned on, if I was gonna be honest, but that's fine. Oh, that's a pretty good question. How to market towards young people? I've just been kind of thinking about that in the back of my head, because that's what I want to do. So it's a tough subject.
And I'm back.
That was quick. What's up?
Yep. Nothing. What were we talking? Yeah, but that deep sea special, God, the glasses. Was that actually an official watch you could buy?
No. It was just like a. It was a marketing.
I've already got a problem hitting watches off doors right now. Imagine that.
Dude, I think it's like a 1-inch thick crystal.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Yeah, dude.
And that actually relates to the name of my new watch. I'm going to wait and I'll tell TGV what the name is too.
Sorry about that. I apologize. Excuse me.
But now you're back, so I don't forget. I gave the SKX a name.
Yeah.
I think it's really fitting. I'm going to call it Mariana. The Mariana Trench.
Mariana.
Shut up! It's the Mariana Trench.
Why trench though? Never went down to the Marianas Trench though.
But it's fascinating, right? And it's to do with diving. It's to do with the sea.
Yeah. That would be more appropriate for the sea dweller.
I don't have $10,000. I'm 15 years old.
Marianas Trench.
How many Saturday jobs will that take? And begging my parents for some money. That's going to take a hell of a long time.
It doesn't even make sense, bro. It's like
it does. I've just thought of it just there, right?
Okay, well, there's a pond down the street from where I live called. What is it called? Like whatever. But it's just like
that is such a good name. I don't know why I use it. Right? Okay. You can think of a better name. I will adopt it.
All right, we should ask a diver who dives at the SKX, ask them where they've been, and find a cool name like that where the SKX has actually been.
Yes, that's a good point.
We'll crush in the Marianas Trench,
Possible it'll be tinfoil in there, but that wasn't the point.
Eamon, have you owned the SKX?
Yeah, of course.
Have you tried one?
SKX 013, my buddy.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry,
it's my buddy.
Nice.
The Arnie. I was thought in my head like, oh my god, that just looks like an SKX and like a suit, And then when you pulled up the 013 next to it, I was just like, so can you take the Arnie out of that case?
You can take the shroud off. If you unscrew those little screws at the side, you can actually. There are aftermarket enthusiasts you can find them on eBay. You can get different colored shrouds.
That's cool.
Yeah, that people have custom made. But the actual, maybe I should have taken it off in the video, but the actual, the main case is a little bit smaller.
And what is it? I mean, I'm sure you could look it up, but does it look like an SKX at all?
No. It doesn't have that cushion case at all.
And what's the model number for that Seiko?
The one I had is H5585009, I think.
Well, that's good job remembering that.
That was really difficult. That was really difficult.
Yeah, you actually got it right.
That was like brain stress. I can't even remember my bloody phone number sometimes.
No, me neither. Me neither.
Honestly, yeah, I've got it. Yeah, but it's like you have to think about it a second,
Yeah.
I think the only watch that I can tell you I can tell you the Seiko 5, but I have to think about it. But this is just the SKX 99K2 or K1, K2. See, I don't even know that.
It doesn't look as cool without the thing.
007 is easy to remember because you just think of James Bond.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
And then when I think of that, the Pepsi comes to mind because it's like 9. I just think of a different. Another secret agent. Is that I kind of think of these things in my head.
Well, 008 is in James Bond, but you never hear 009. So I'm like, 008 is related to 007.
have you handled any of the other SKX variants? Like not so much like the kind of like the like SKX07 like that, like its brothers and sisters. But what about like the weirder kind of SKXs, like
the orange one?
Not like the orange one. There's like, I know there's some that have like a different kind of case style.
Oh, right.
Some of the weirder variants.
I have. I got to be honest. There's something that the SKX has that the others don't. I can't really explain.
I know exactly what you mean. It's I mean, like, I was debating whether to get this or the 013, but the 013 would be too small for a diver.
I think that's perfect for you. For your wrist, I think that is perfect.
I think this looks like a 40 on me.
Yeah.
I mean, put on a NATO strap.
I'm trying to think. No. I like the bracelet, right? I like the bracelet because I don't know what it is. It's just jingle jangle, but
yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's something about it.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean, Tristano?
Yeah, no,
it's just something
I know what exactly.
I don't even know if
Jingle
I could
jangle, jangle.
Yeah, right. But I was looking at how to change the strap earlier. You can't use the normal fork because it doesn't have shoulders, and the hole's way too small to fit the large fork in. So I don't even think I could change it with the tool I've got.
Get the slimmer fit. There's a
Do you know what I mean, Tristano?
Yeah, you can do it. It's a little tricky, but you can do it.
He has the fat one. Do you know what I'm talking? They do like the fatter.
Oh
kind of
yeah, you need a really skinny little fork that's really thin.
No, I've got the double end. I've got the fat end. This one.
No. That's too big.
You want the other end.
This one.
You want that end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, I
really like the royal blue NATO on it.
That
looks
really nice.
So, what's the next watch on your list, Tej?
Tej. 36mm of this.
Yeah. When I first.
Absolutely. Are you selling the sub?
No.
I couldn't.
No.
When I saw that.
No, it's.
Yeah, you go.
I was gonna say, actually, I and you're the only people that know this. I have bought a chronograph, a Rattrapante chronograph.
Never heard of it. Rattrapante.
A Rattrapante. You're not familiar with? It's a complication. It's a split-second chronograph. 2 seconds hands, one on top of the other. So it looks like a regular chronograph, but when it has 3 pushes instead of 2. So you start the chronograph, and then you hold one down, and the 1 second hand will stop, and it gives you multiple time readings of. It's a fairly kind of high-end complication.
What's the brand?
It's on the brand.
I'm not telling you the brand. I'm not telling you.
I'll be looking that up though, and I'll be like, what would TGV wear it? It's gonna have to be a bit smaller. It's gonna have to be something a bit not too blingy, but maybe a bit.
If you can guess it, if you can guess it, I'll send you a G-Shock. All right.
Oh well, too late. I'm like,
what's in the chronograph? Is it what?
It's called the Rattrapante complication.
I can't even spell
If you just
that.
type in double chronograph, it'll come up.
Split seconds. I think split second chronograph. It might come up.
It has. Is it? I'm looking at this one by Gallet, and it's pretty cool. And
oh yeah, they make them. Yeah.
The one thing I'm going to ask, is it high end or affordable?
High end. It's got to be high end, because how are you going to have a double
chronograph? All I'm going to say is it's rare. It's very rare. Yeah.
Good. That's
what I'm gonna say.
Yo, you got it. Okay. For example, how did you find out about the double chronograph? Because that's a movement that I've never heard of. How'd you find out about it?
It's a complication.
Complication.
Actually, I've known about them for a while, but it's not until the last Baselworld that the Breitling brought out a Navi timer with Rattrapante incorporated into the new chronograph. And I thought, you know what? I can't, because I love chronographs. I'm really getting into chronographs. I thought, you know, what would be something a little bit more me. Actually, I'm already giving too many clues away. But
it's a Zenith, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying. You're just gonna keep guessing.
Get that G-Shock packed up, TGV. It's a Zenith.
Good luck, Lee. Good luck, man.
Well,
if you can name the brand, I'll be very, very impressed because it's special. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, Lee. Take a look at non-existent chronograph brands.
What about Eberhard? I've seen that.
Huh?
Eberhard. Oh. I don't know. It sounds like a German name.
Yeah, you're very warm. You're very warm.
Oh, so it's German. It's not German. Okay.
Diagonal.
Huh?
No.
Diagonal.
No.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Yeah.
How are you finding this stuff? Yo, Lee, how are you finding this stuff? Because I mean, how are you doing your searches? Like, how did you find out about these brands? Just going through Google Images and just naming off the brands, or what?
That's I cannot tell you that. That would frankly be against the rules.
Mm. So you got a double chronograph, and what were these used for? Is there just like
that's a good point.
Racing? Well, before G-Shocks and all of the rest of it, people wanted to record. Let's say you were timing a race, and one person crossed the finish line before the other. You wanna record two separate incidents. So you want to record the exact split second that guy, the one leading, crossed the second line, and then the finish line. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then, but you want to keep on recording. I mean, it's completely obsolete now with digital. I mean, like everything is, but
yeah. So
yeah, it's a fancy chronograph basically.
Most are these like when's the range of like years, like what, from like, because 40s, like when was this type of when was this when was the complication made? If you know,
I'm guessing in the 30s.
Okay.
But it's always been associated with the high end because
that's a double chronograph. That's kind of
it's a complicated.
Hell yeah, that's complicated.
Yeah. So excuse me, I've got to plug my laptop in because I'm running out of juice. I'll be right back.
All right.
You know, I think I know what brand it is.
What is it? I tried seeing if it was early.
I've got two guesses. Right.
E-man, you're not gonna go and have dinner with your girl?
We made it clear that after the live stream, I was just gonna go. We're gonna go out to eat, and we can go up pretty late. It's Friday, you know. Later the better.
What time is it over there?
It's 7:05, so it's late, but not too late, you know.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna chat with you guys for another 10 minutes or so, and then I've got my food here, but it's still piping hot.
Perfect.
Yeah, ordered some Thai.
Right, well,
so is it IWC?
I bet the brand Beauty, BUTI.
No.
Okay.
X-Fine.
No.
I'm just looking at these German ones. I'm like, I've never heard of these brands before ever. These are strange.
It's a very. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more. I'm not gonna say because now I've got to buy another G-Shock.
Oh my
god! Have you got a G-Shock? Have you guys got G-Shocks?
I had one, but I gave it away.
Right.
Oh, that's how. I think that's another way you could get young people to watch us. G-Shocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has G-Shocks.
You know what's funny is that I love this one so much. I baby it as if it's a Rolex, which is just ridiculous.
You know, that's what Lee does with his Pepsi.
Right.
I always make fun of him for it because like it's an SKX. You know, you're not supposed to baby an SKX.
But it's so beautiful.
Yeah. I feel that way about this. I just
what is that? Was that a Mudman?
it's the classic DW56, but it's
Oh, is that just the? Oh yeah, yeah. I had a white. Oh, let me see that.
It's
Oh,
modded.
yes.
It's the military one. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I've put it on. I got the J&K adapters.
That is nice.
It's. I don't want to. I don't want to mess it up. You know?
I can only imagine that, like, with some guy who's just off to some like war in like the Middle East wearing that. I can't see that with that style. Just like I can't imagine just some dude walking down the street with that.
Yeah,
it's like it's meant for just like the toughest situations that a human being can like
exactly.
Baby, that's crazy.
Just then, I'll get a few more guesses. Is it CL Junand?
No.
Just that? No. Right. What about Paul Pico?
No.
Pico?
Well, is that all your guesses are done, or you're gonna keep on going?
Wow, you're really like, these are some niche brands, you know.
I've never heard of them. The only one I knew of was Galet, but besides that, I don't know any of these.
I love Galet. I mean, they got some amazing chronographs on eBay.
Yeah, they do. I was checking out. I think did they make the first wristwatch chronograph? I believe they did.
Yeah, they got like some ridiculous history. I think they did.
They did because
I'm gonna have to double check that.
When I was doing the World War I research, I stumbled across them and just looked into them, and yeah, they were big in World War One, real big.
Are they still? I think they're still going, aren't they?
I think they died out and they restarted up, but don't take my word for that.
Right, gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, just review one of their watches. I'm sure they'd let you have one.
Frank Mueller. Could you honestly see me with a Frank
Mueller?
No, not really.
Aren't they really expensive? Right? Yeah, no, of course. But aren't they really expensive?
No, yeah, when I used to listen to Chief Keef, and he used to talk about Frank Mueller's. You know, Chief Keef is TGV.
I've heard the name. I haven't heard his music though.
Well, good. But he's a Frank Mueller kind of guy, if you know what I mean.
Right, fair enough.
So, what books are you reading nowadays?
Actually, I've got to admit, I'm getting back into my comics.
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 Yeah. I've actually I just finished. Oh God, I've forgotten it now. You know, the Book of the Samurai, Hageguri.
Hagakure.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. I haven't read that since I was a teen, so it was really cool to reread that. But I've rebought all the old Aliens comics that I had as a kid, and I'm just having fun.
Did you watch the new Aliens movie?
No, I'm gonna go on a date with the wifey. Have you seen it?
No, I've heard some things, but I every time someone tries to tell me about it, I cut them off.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to do the same thing. I was like, don't tell me.
Yeah, Aliens comics. That's cool. Did you ever read Spawn comics or anything like that?
No, I did read some Spider-Man. I did read really obscure stuff like Transmetropolitan. Have you ever heard of that? You'd like that. You'd really like that.
Is it kind of cyberpunk, kind of older?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you know who Hunter S. Thompson is?
No. Transmetropolitan? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Hunter S. Thompson is this American writer, and Transmetropolitan, his character is a guy called Spider Jerusalem, is based roughly on Hunter S. Thompson. And I love Hunter S. Thompson, but it's not really anything to do with the comic. It's just the character in the comics based on him. He's like this gonzo journalist that combats corruption in a futuristic world. It's really, really cool. It's very dark humor. It's quite kind of violent, but
yeah, that does
funny.
sound like my style.
Yeah, you I know you like it because it's got a humor to it.
Look at these looking at the art, it's super duper. It's like if New York never got cleaned up multiple
yeah,
times,
yeah,
like
yeah,
1,000
yeah,
years,
exactly, exactly.
That's what the vibes are from this. It's pretty sick.
You know how to
I could never get
you know how to screen share on this, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know how to screen share. I'll screen share the photos.
All right, make sure you got anything questionable minimized.
Well, no. No,
there you
I
go.
don't.
Yeah,
Here we go.
that's
Yeah,
it.
here we go. This is the one I was looking at up here. This one right here.
Cool.
Look at that.
Cool. Yeah.
It's
Grimy.
like Glasgow.
Hey, look, it's my dog. Looks just like my dog.
Oh, really? You got a
Looks
bulldog?
like a Glaswegian
Nah,
dog.
I'm kidding. I have a pit bull, but she's mean
You
like
have a
that.
pitbull? Wow.
I've got a
you know it's
Yorkshire
pit.
Terrier.
Really?
Yorkshire Terrier.
Don't you start. He can't say Scotland, you know.
Scotland. Are you from Scotland, man?
Are you from America?
Yeah, I am good,
Man,
sir.
you idiot. You can't say Scotland.
Scotland. Are you from Scotland?
I gotta say, I do love the Scottish accent. I think it's really cool.
Say it again.
I can't do it to save my life,
The
but
Scottish
Go on,
accent?
give it a try. Just stand off one.
no, I can't.
But I do have one last guess at this chronograph, I think. I think it's a
Go
good
on
one.
then. Go on then.
Dubé and Schlandenbrand.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, Lee. Okay, we're gonna end it right there, guys.
yeah.
That's a perfect time to end it. Perfect time to end it. Perfect time.
Yeah, I got to eat my dinner.
And I've got to go out with the girl. So goodbye, everybody. Peace.
Okay.
Guys.
I don't.